Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday, everyone. We're live on TikTok as well as not Facebook, by YouTube. Hi, guys. It's Sunday afternoon. Today is October 5th, 2025. Good afternoon. It's about 2:05 p.m. here in Delaware. As you're joining in, I welcome you all to this live. Thank you for joining in. I hope you had a good day. If it's evening in Kenya or wherever you are, I hope you're having a good evening. Hope your day was good. TikTok, Felix Robbie, thank you for joining in. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. As you're coming in, let me know where you are watching from and let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. It's the weekend, and we start the week. We start the week on Sunday. We start the week on Sunday, not Monday. So it's the beginning of a new week. Happy Sunday, DK Mama. Happy guys, happy Sunday, insightful talk. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Share the live, please share the live so that we can start our conversation. Thank you for joining the live yesterday as well. Thank you for your participation and for the comments. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up as we start the live, and share the live. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you can hear me so we can continue. Cash Flow on TikTok, Ashawale on TikTok, Dark Coffee. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. Anne, thank you for joining. How are you guys? How are you today? How was your day? Karibuni. Malel, Perry. Paris, thank you for joining in. Share the live, guys. YouTube, share the live. Thank you for coming in. Karibuni sana, karibuni. I hope you guys had a good day. I hope you had a good day. Joseph Washira on YouTube, karibuni. AR278 on TikTok, welcome. Hi. How are you guys? How are you today? Wapi thumbs up if you can hear me. I'm looking for a thumbs up if you can hear me. Comfort from Ghana, thumbs up. Thank you. Insightful from Uganda, insightful talk. Questions are already coming in. You guys had a good day. Yeah, thank you for your response. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me loud and clear. Please share the live, and I thank you all to my live stream today. So like I said, today is October 5th, 2025. It's Sunday here in Delaware. It's about 2:08 p.m. Today, we are going to talk about, as the title suggests, we're going to talk about DV 2026 interviews. Will they be affected by the current government shutdown? Lots of comments between after yesterday's live, and today, when I woke up in the morning, there were so many questions about is DV going to be affected by the current government shutdown? And some people were like, government imefungwa, DV imefungwa, hakuna kitu inaendelea, there's nothing going on now, the DV program is shut down. Those are some comments from people. But as of right now, I cannot confirm that because there is nowhere that says that the DV program has been suspended or is not going on, or visa interviews are not going to be carried out because of the government shutdown. One thing that we all need to realize is that the fees that we pay for all these visa processes are the ones that fund that program. So it's not government funded. So it doesn't really depend on the government. So whether the government is shut down or not, things are going to continue. Yes, there might be some kind of slow processes. There might be some slowdown because maybe they don't have enough staff in these consulates. But according to what the websites are saying, that this is just things are going to continue as planned before, so it's not going to be affected. So for those people who are saying that the DV program has been closed or suspended because of the government shutdown, I don't have that information yet. So if there's any other source, if the person knows something that we don't know, please share with us so that we can be sure to give the correct information. Because it's good to go to the original source, go to the government websites themselves. I went to uscis.gov. I went to travel.state.gov just to ask, is there any changes to the DV program due to the government shutdown? And because their the visa fees and all these immigration processes and the fees involved, they're the ones that pay for those services. So it shouldn't be affected by the fact that that the government is shut down or they don't have enough money, because they should be able to be collecting their own money. All right. Having said that, let me share what one of the websites is saying about. I know on the 1st of October, the USCIS website had said that there were going to be like delays in communication. Like if you're trying to call USCIS, you might not get a response right away. But when I looked at it today, that disclaimer wasn't on there as soon as you open the page. So lots of immigration processes are still going to go on. I only think that maybe because of the staffing, they might not have, there might be delays, but it's not going to be shut down altogether. Fabio, thank you for joining in from Angola. Chadrin, hi, great seeing you again today. Thank you so much. Rose KZ, thank you for joining in. Rose KZ, I thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for liking the live and for sharing the live. I can see you've already started putting in your questions, but let me just acknowledge the people here on YouTube as well. Joseph Washira, habari, how are you? Thank you for joining in. Ishmael Sana, how are you doing? Lucy, we really appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I could be here talking to myself, but I appreciate you making time at least for 1 hour, or even if it's just a few minutes, to join in the live so that we can share the information that we have. Ben Sting Rotich, how are you? How are you? Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. JJ Kufai, I have your question here, and I asked you to email me, please. So if you can email me, Lucy Mwangi USA. He's talking about pursuing his education here in the US, and whether or not it's a good idea to borrow money for a student loan to come and study in the United States. So because I don't have all your information, please email me so I can get a clear picture of like, what are you trying to study? What is your aspirations after you finish studying, and what is the plan, so that we can have a conversation. Maybe we can just, exchange ideas. Okay, so just email me and we'll talk about that. All right, thank you. So somebody had asked whether or not they need a marriage certificate. Ken Rambo Musa, thank you for the gift. DK Mama, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. My question is, will I need marriage certificate when filling up DS 260? Okay, you will not need the marriage certificate at that time. You will need to be sure that you're married. So when you're applying at the time of entry, know the status, know what you're going to apply, because you're going to carry that information forward. If you're single and you're just living with somebody, you're not married legally, then in that case, you will apply as single. If you have a marriage certificate, or you got married, but you don't know where your marriage certificate is, you don't have it at hand, but you're able to get it, then you can complete it as married. All right. But it's not going to ask you to upload it during the initial application, if that's what you're asking. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, I was going to share something. Fabio is from Angola. When is DV 2027 starting? That's Prudence. Prudence. Okay, so as of right now, we don't have a date. Imagine we don't have a date. We're still waiting. Every day I come on this website and I look to see whether it's open. On YouTube, I'm able to share with you to just to show you where I'm looking at. So it's travel.state.gov for those on TikTok. By now, you guys should already know where to go because I say this every day. It's travel.state.gov, dvprogram.state.gov. That is the official DV program website. It will look something like this, and it will say, once it opens, this is the portal. Once it opens, it will say the entry period for DV 2027 diversity visa program is between this date and this date. But we don't have those dates yet. The page is still showing us information for 2026. So that tells me that it's not open. So no matter who you are, even if you try to go there and put in your application, you cannot. You cannot. So I don't know where people are getting information on TikTok. There's some videos going around saying the DV program is going. Some people said it was going to open yesterday. Yesterday I was live, it wasn't open. Some people said it was going to be open on the 1st. I think I was live on the 1st again, it wasn't open. Some people are speculating that it's going to be open on the 16th. God willing, we're still here and we'll check. We'll check, and if it's open, we'll let you know. Insightful talk. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for your first ever gift for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Clinton, what qualification do they need in DV lottery? So for people who are new to the diversity visa program, and that's the other thing, the other reason I came on the live today, because I realized there are some people who are not familiar with the DV program. So if you're not familiar with the DV program, the only website that you need is travel.state.gov, the one that I just showed you. If you go there, and I can try and show you on Facebook. If you're on TikTok and you'd like to see what I'm showing, you can just jump on YouTube. It's Lucy Mwangi USA on YouTube. That's my name. It's the same. It's the same one. Today, I want to wish my brother Steve happy birthday. If you're watching, happy birthday. Today is your big day. I appreciate everything that you do for our family. Happy birthday, Steve, in Bahati Nakuru. Kula nyama choma. Enjoy the goat. Enjoy the goat. All right. So let me share this. dvprogram.state.gov is a bulletin. Diversity visa instructions. Okay, let's see this one. Not that one, not that one. Oh, let me share this with you first before that one. It says, how does the federal government shutdown affect immigration agencies and processes? So as of October 2021, the federal government has officially shut down. While many immigration processes continue, certain programs and agencies are impacted. Below is an overview of how your immigration matters may be affected. So they're saying for most USCIS filings and adjudications, they will continue, but certain programs like E-Verify is what they use to confirm your social security number and all that. So immigration courts are still operating for non-detained cases. Border and consular operations generally continue, but some limited processes because of staffing. But as far as USCIS, it says that USCIS is primarily funded by the fees. So most of its operations continue during a government shutdown. However, programs that rely, I don't know, well, where did it go? Where did it go? Let me see. Not that one. Not that one. Okay. Let me share it again. I don't know what happened. I was saying that programs that rely on government funding will be closed, but for the most part, USIS pays itself with the fees that we pay for the immigration services. So what else? Department of State. That's the website that we usually go to also. Department of State website. Visa and passport operations are generally fee funded as well and will remain open during the shutdown. However, if a specific consular post does not have sufficient fee revenue to support operations, services may be scaled back to processing only diplomatic visas and emergency cases. So that's that for the Department of State. For the US Customs and Border Protection, ports of entry remain open and inspections and passenger processing are continuing, although certain applications filed at the border may experience delays. So the delays could be related to staffing, but it's not related to the government, like the government shutdown funding or stuff like that, because these services, like the USCIS, the Department of State, they depend on the fees that we pay, and that's how they operate. ICE, Immigration and Custom Enforcement, and removal operations continue during shutdown. So that answers that question, whether or not the government shutdown is going to affect the immigration processes. I was going to show you, like, if you're new to the diversity visa program, which website do you need? And let me see if I can share that with you, because I realize there are people who really are just finding out about this for the first time, and they want to apply. So it's program.state.gov, it's travel.state.gov. When you go here under immigrate, US visas, immigrate, it gives you a definition of what a diversity visa is for those people who are not aware what it is. It's an annual program for immigration to the United States. Up to 55,000 immigrants can enter the United States each year from countries with low rates of immigration to the US. So there are 6 regions, and Africa is one of those regions. And every year we are given an opportunity for people from these other countries to come, and so it's part of the diversification encouragement. So somebody says, what qualifications do they need for the DV? So if it's new for you and you don't know anything about the DV, please visit this website and go to Immigrate and go to Diversity Visa. That's how you get. These instructions explain to you what you need, what the process is, what the eligibility requirements, and all of that. So if you go here, like for example, for 2026, I'm sharing the DV 2026 program instructions. So if you go there, you will see what you need. It tells you it's only 35 pages. You don't need all the information in all 35 pages. But for the most part, the first few pages give you instructions on what is included, what is entailed in the diversity visa program, what are you supposed to do as an applicant, what are the qualifications, and what are the documents that you need. So if you're new to the diversity visa program, please visit this page, because it tells you also which countries are eligible, but that was last year. So as of last year, Cuba wasn't eligible for 2026 DV, but I don't know if it's going to be eligible this year. We have to wait to see whether is going to be included. I don't see Kenya here, so Kenya was still eligible last year. Hopefully, it's still going to be eligible this year. Nigeria is the African country here that it was not eligible. It hasn't been eligible for a while. So if you are from Nigeria, you are not eligible to participate in the DV lottery. The other way that you can is if you're married to somebody who is from an eligible country, you can use that country, or your parents are not from that country. So you can use your parents if they are from an eligible country. So please make sure you visit that site and familiarize yourself with that particular website. And if you come across questions and you want clarification, you can send me an email or you can text me on TikTok. Okay. Thank you guys for sharing the lives. What are the updates for the DV 2026 2NLs kindly? So according to the visa bulletin, let me see if I'm able to find that. Where is it? Okay. According to the visa bulletin, let me share that. Share screen. Visa bulletin. So the visa bulletin is public information. So all you have to do, again, we're going back to the same website, travel.state.gov. Just familiarize yourself with this website. Just click on those tabs. Just read to see what they're saying. What does the different phrases mean? What are different things mean? So for October, if you click on October 2025 visa bulletin, you have to scroll all the way down because these are different kinds of visas. These are like family sponsored visas, and it tells you the categories. And then there's different ones. Going down, you scroll down, employment-based preferences. There is that one. If you're in that category, you can read about that one. And then you go down all the way to diversity immigrant category for the month of October. So if you look at the month of October, so if your case number, so all DV chargeability areas except those listed separately. If you're in Africa, but you're not in Algeria and Egypt, any other country in Africa, right now, the cases that are current is up to 17,500. So if your case number is 17,499 or below, your case is current, meaning that there's a visa available for you and you should be expecting to get your second notification letter. So for October, so be careful when you read this because it means that the numbers below this number, so all the numbers below this number are now current. So it says, for October, immigrant numbers in the DV category are available to qualified DV 2026 applicants, chargeable to all regions, eligible countries as follows. When the allocation cutoff number is shown, like this one, visas are available only for applicants with DV regional lottery rank numbers below the specified allocation cutoff number. So all the numbers are below this one have visas available, except if you are in Algeria, the highest current case number is 14,500, and for Egypt is 16,000. So that's how you read that. And you can always go and check. You can always go and check because this is public information. And it stays the same for November. It looks like the numbers did not change. There's no advancement because this is the first month they are processing for DV 2026. So, okay. So those are the updates that I have right now. For Africa is 17,500 is the case number, the cutoff for the visas. So people should be expecting their second notification letters. People are very impatient. This is only the first month, so let's be patient and wait. Well, hopefully the embassies will send you the 2NL soon. Okay. All right, let's see if there's any other questions. So we are talking about the government shutdown and whether or not it's affecting the diversity visa program. And we have established that for right now, it's not affecting the processes. So the passports and visas are still being issued. As far as the passport rule, that one too, there's no other information about that. So we're still waiting for that one. K1 fiancé visa. What is news if I am from Somalia? So if is Somalia on the travel ban? Because people are asking what is the news on the travel ban. I don't think it has been lifted. I can look. Countries on the travel. On the travel ban. All right, let's see if we will find. I'm looking to see if Somalia was one of them. I know I did a video, but I forgot which countries. I didn't memorize all the countries. This is all the previous travel. Then Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Syria, and Yemen. So if your country was on the travel ban, then you will not be allowed into the US and you will not be allowed to get a visa. So somebody was saying, what if I apply for the 2027 DV and just hope that the travel ban will be lifted in about a year or something by the time that the diversity visa program ends in 2027. So you can do that. You can still enter. You can enter if your country is eligible. You can still participate on the diversity visa program, but the challenge would be getting that visa to come into the US. Okay. If there's anybody here that is a winner of the 2026 DV, have you guys completed your DS260? Have you completed your DS260? How is that going for you? Have you paid the fees? If there's any winners of the DV Lottery 2026, what is going on with you guys? Have you completed the DS260? So here's the process for those who are new to the diversity visa program. So the eligibility requirements, you have to follow those. The DV program opens typically in October. So by now, last year, we already knew what, I think it opened on the 4th last year. It opened on the 4th of October. This year, I'm not sure what's going on. So it's still like the portal is not opening for us. It's not yet ready. I'm assuming it's because maybe they want to implement the $1 rule, registration fee, and the passport rule. I'm not sure. And maybe they're getting the website ready for that. In previous payments, I was looking at the USCIS website, because when I was doing my citizenship and the green card application, I think we had to pay a money order or something. They didn't have online portals for us to pay. So, but I was looking at the USCIS and let me see. And it says how now that you can pay using MasterCard, Visa card, American Express, Discover, and prepaid cards from the same card networks. Make sure the card's credit limit can cover the fee. We will reject your application, petition, or request if the card is declined. And we will not attempt to process your credit card payment a second time. So you can pay using credit card, debit card, and all of that. I think they said effective October something. They will not be allowing any more paper, whatever, any other forms of payment you're going to be paying by online. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's not open yet, because they are preparing the portal so that it can allow for people to make payments. Because you see what it says here? USCIS has implemented a new way to pay fees using electronic debit from a US bank account. Effective immediately, individuals can make transactions directly to USCIS by completing and signing Form G 1650, authorization for ACH transactions, and filing it with their applications, petitions, or requests. USCIS will continue to accept paper check and money order payments in addition to credit card and debit payments until October 28th of 2025. So until October 28th of this month. After October 28th, USCIS will accept only ACH debit transactions using Form G 1650 or credit card payments using Form G 1450 for forms filed by paper without an exemption. So USCIS continues to accept online payments for forms filed online. So I'm thinking they're preparing the portal so that it can be able to accept payments through debit card and credit cards, so that we are able to pay the $1 fee. But they're not saying anything about the delays, though. DK Mama, still waiting for 2NL. What was your case number? I forgot what your case number is. Was it a low case number? Was it, you don't have to put the whole case number in. Was it in the like 1,000s or 2,000s? Why are some Kenyan proprietors in USA so dangerous? What do you mean, Mr. Rajab? Walua, you've completed your DS-260. Carlota, green card application is over, you mean? What do you mean? It's not over. The 2025 DV lottery program is over. That one is over. If you did not get your visa by 30th September of 2025, a few days ago, then that is over. Because once the fiscal year begins, and it began on October 1st, like 5 days ago, then, we have to do away with that and start 2026. So if you did not get a visa, then just try again this year to apply once they open. Guys, please share the live and like the live. If you have questions on YouTube, you can put your questions on the chat. You can put your questions on the chat. DK Mama, you didn't complete the DS-260? If you are a 2026 DV winner, depending on your case number, you should go ahead and complete the DS-260 so that they can start processing. They will not send you a they will not send you a second notification letter until they get your DS-260 and they process it and they find out whether you have any issues. So they have to process and clear it. Then they will send you to they'll send it to the embassy, and that's how the embassy sends you a second notification letter to go for interview. So make sure you know how the process works, so you're not just sitting there waiting and you're not doing your part. Okay. Mudhoni Wanganga. Mudhoni Wanganga on YouTube. Mudhoni Wanganga. My question is, I have a friend who is asking me to visit them in the US, and they are saying they can cater for everything. So help me here. So for visitor visa, I'm assuming for visitor visa, I don't know if they're how they're giving them now, but they have started being strict on the visitors visa. So you have to have a good reason. The purpose of your visit has to be really strong, and you have to show ties to your home country. So those are the biggest challenges. Those are the hurdles that you have to, the purpose of your visit. Why is it so important for you to come to the US at this particular time? What are you coming to do? Who are you coming to visit? What's the relationship between you and the person you're coming to visit? Why is it so important that you have to come to the US? How long are you going to be here? What is your connection to your home country? Do you have strong ties? Can you prove them? Some of the ways that you can prove strong ties include being married, right? If you have children that depend on you, if you have family that depend on you, maybe you have a sickly parent that you take care of, but then they're going to find out while you are gone, if you are the caregiver, who is going to take care of them? So you have to show that. How are you going to support yourself while you're here? Do you have income? If you solely say that you're depending on somebody else, they might see you as going to be a public charge. You have to show that you have some kind of money, that you are able to support yourself for the time that you're here. So those are some of the things that you should consider when you're trying to go for B visa. Okay, visitor visa. Global Health and Wealth on TikTok. Hello, Lucy. How far are they with the DV 2026 case numbers? So I don't know where you are. Are you in Africa? I just went over that on the visa bulletin. If you really want to know how to read the visa bulletin, just go on travel.state.gov and type visa bulletin. And you scroll all the way down, you'll see diversity visa. So scroll all the way down, leave the family-based ones, leave the employment-based ones, and go all the way to the diversity visa. You will see that as of October 2025, the max, the cap, case number is 17,500. So all those cases that are below 17,500, they have a visa ready for them. So that's what it means. So 17,500 for Africa. In Kenya, number 7K. Oh, so you guys should be expecting your 2NL soon. For those people who are live and they're following me on, and you watch my videos, you watch my short clips, my reels, my shorts, and on TikTok, and you are a DV winner, please let us know your process if you don't mind. You don't have to give us all the details, because I depend on you guys to give me feedback so I know what exactly is going on or not, in a timely fashion. I like to know which embassy, if you're in Ghana or if you are in Kenya, especially, or in Dubai. I have a lot of followers from that side, from Dubai. So Qatar and all that. So let me know the process. Let me know how long you have waited, when you get your 2NL, when you completed your DS260, stuff like that. That would be great to know. Alberto, you are in Kenya, number 39K. So right now we are at 17,500. So hopefully it will keep moving fast, and hopefully you'll be reached. Spencer, apply for adopted child takes how long to approve? I really don't know. I don't know. Has any of you guys ever adopted a kid? In which country? How long does that process take? I don't know that. The answer to that. Okay. I just requested a transfer from Nairobi to Cairo. Case number 5K. Why? His Excellency President H. Why? Because of the... Why? Why did you do that? DK Mama, you are 18K. 18K. Oh, okay. So then hopefully if the next visa bulletin comes out, maybe that will be for January. And we'll see if your case number will be reached. Right now, you are just right there because the cap right now is 17,500. So 18K, not too bad. So I wish you guys all the best as you continue to wait. I know this is a stressful, but make sure you have completed your DS260, because if you haven't completed utapitwa, they will pass you. So just complete your DS260 so they can process it and so that they can have a visa ready for you, so they can send you the DS260. Guys, tap on the screen, share the live, please, and thank you, so that TikTok doesn't drop us. On YouTube, thank you guys for joining us. Also working on your questions. Ben, thanks. Do we have USA work agents like the ones for Middle East? What's the procedure to follow? Ooh, I'm sure there are very many agents. I don't know a particular one, but I'm sure there are agents. But just be aware so you're not conned. People have lost a lot of money. Mudhoni, which visa is better for visiting friends? That's the one. That's the B2 visa for visitor, tourist. Abdiaziz, thank you for joining the live. Thank you. Thank you. Jimmy Cooks, what are the most asked questions in the interview for the DV lottery? Okay. So the questions that are asked mostly are the questions that you completed on your form. DS260 is the official application for an immigrant visa. So in order for you to get a visa, you have to apply for one. So DV selection is the first part. You have been randomly selected to continue with the processing of the diversity visa to come to the United States to enjoy the freedoms and the privileges that come with a green card. So once you are selected, so you check, they will give you a case number. So that case number is very important. You will carry that along throughout the whole process. That will be your reference. That is how they're going to rank you as far as when will you get your visa, or are you even going to be to get to the cutoff for getting the visa interview process. So some of the questions that you will be asked on the DS260 is about yourself, your personal information. So obviously, if you're the one completing the DS260, you don't have to memorize that. That is something that you already know, right? Okay. So that, if you have family, if you're married, they will need the information for your spouse. If you have children, they will need information on all the children that you're adding on the DS260. They will also need your education as the main applicant or your work qualifications. If you're qualifying through work experience, then they will need that information. They will need the information of your host. Who is hosting you when you come to the US? What is the address? What's the contact information? What's your relationship? So things like those, is what they will ask you. So remember those answers to those questions, because when you go to the interview, those are the questions that they will ask. They may ask you what you're going to do when you come to the United States. So just give them an answer of what your plan is. Okay. Andy Pro, thank you for the updates. Thank you. Thank you for watching. LA baby ndio naingia. Hey, umechelewa. Lakini hujachelewa sana. I mean tumeanza tu at 2:05, so you are like 45 minutes late. Thank you. Thank you. Ndio unaingia. The fact you guys know Cartello. I was watching Cartello and Obina yesterday or whatever with their show, and I was like, the fact that I can understand about 70% of what Cartello says in Sheng, I'm still a Kenyan mazi. What? The Sheng is deep. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell are they saying? So Jona Ingia, karibu, karibu, karibu. All right. So Nairobi's embassy, His Excellency President H. Nairobi is slow and I haven't received an acceptance transfer letter from KCC. But they just started though. They just started their DV 2027, 2026 processing. So hopefully you can, and Cairo, you say you transferred your case number to Cairo, your case for the interview. So let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes, okay? I wish you all the best. Leo unauliza the web imefunguka. Haijafunguka. Haijafunguka. I just looked at it this morning, and also while I was here live, I looked at it. It's not open yet. It's not open. Okay. When are they opening the DV? I don't know either. All right. His Excellency President H. Let me know. Yes, appreciating. Abuji Abby. No, it's still the 16th of October. So where is this information coming from? Is it coming from the Federal Register page? Or has it been announced officially that it's going to start on the 16th? If it has been officially announced, where can I find that? Because I want to screen share something. Abuji, is it on the Federal Register website? So this is where I'm thinking that that date is coming from. Let me screen share that. Because there's a lot of speculation that is going to start on the 16th. Nimesikia hiyo. I've heard about that one also. But let me see if I can find that Federal Register. Okay. So remember when on the 16th of September, the government came out and said that they're going to introduce the $1 fee to register for the Diversity Visa Lottery Program. This was in order to fairly place the burden of the lottery registration on individuals seeking the benefit of gaining access to the DV application process, instead of charging only the small percentage of successful registrants for the costs associated with administering the lottery program for all registrants. So everybody, they're saying now everybody should pay, not just the winners. Okay, you're still going to pay your 330 visa application fees. This final rule is effective September 16th. So that's when the rule was established. So down here, it asks, when is the rule going to be implemented? And it says the department intends to implement this rule 30 days after the date of publication. 30 days after the date of publication will be October 16th. So that's what I'm thinking, that that October 16th is, people are thinking maybe that's when we are going to start the DV program. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Okay. All right. We'll be checking. We'll be checking every day. Every day ninaangalia hiyo website. Sijui nini naendelea. All right. Muthoniwanganga, is it a must you go to your homeland country for a visa, or you can apply when you are where you are? So depending on where you are and if you are a resident of that country, I think you can do both. You have to compare. You have to be a resident of that country, and I've lived there for I don't know how long, but you have to compare the both embassies. So don't bite yourself in the foot by going to a worse embassy. Don't move your case if the country of birth is doing okay. Let's say, for example, Accra and Kenya. So look at those two embassies, see which one is doing better. That's just an example. But don't move your case from an embassy that is doing good to one that is slow. It wouldn't make sense. Fianodu Joel, case number 152, DV lottery. 152,000 or just 152? And which year? 2026? 2026. Kefa, how so far is Nairobi Embassy for 2026? Have you guys started receiving your 2NLs from Nairobi Embassy? I know somebody said they already did, but I don't think anybody has gone for an interview yet. I'm not sure. But I don't know. If is anybody here from Nairobi that has received their second notification letter? Anybody? How to apply? Please go to dvprogram.state. It's Tavo for sure. On TikTok, go to travel.state.gov and see the instructions on how to apply. That is the only website that will allow you to apply, and it's the page itself is dvprogram.state.gov/ESC. That is how you're going to apply. LA baby, I saw a YouTube video, a lady in USA saying that there will be no DV this year. Did they have a source? Where did they say where they got that information from? That's why I'm doing this live, because I'm seeing so many videos surrounding the diversity visa program and the shutdown, the government shutdown, and whether or not that will affect. So far, I haven't seen anything. I could be wrong. I'm going on the government websites to check. If there's anybody else who has a reliable source that is saying that the DV program has been canceled, please let us know so that we can verify it. And share the live and tap on the screen, please. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Moswami, eBay, Mekele. Kenya Embassy started from which case numbers, please? Kenya Embassy. Has the Kenyan Embassy started issuing 2NLs, guys? Has anybody in Kenya received their second notification letter? William Kongo, case number 4222. Where? In Nairobi? Deepak Pant, passport rule, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It hasn't been. There are so many things that are just hanging in the balance right now. There are so many things hanging in the balance. We haven't heard a verification of whether, or a confirmation of whether we'll need a passport or not. Mudhoni, Saudi Embassy. Okay, so Saudi Embassy versus Kenya Embassy. So I would just keep comparing to see, are they issuing 2NLs? Are they calling people for interviews? How fast are they moving before I move my case there? Musonda Bwalia, will the passport rule be implemented? Not sure. We are still waiting for confirmation about that. Good willing. Thank you. God willing. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Janet Mutua. Hi, Lucy. Thanks for a great job always. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, guys. Ocean Baby. Hi, I'm DV 2026 select case number 5K, not to NL, but I wrote to KCC and they replied. I can share the screenshot. Yeah, what did they say? Just type a little bit of things because I'm hearing that KCC is emailing people, but they're not emailing. If you are been affected by this, let me know. I just heard somewhere that something is going on with the page that you're supposed to go look at the visa information, the visa interview information, and so KCC is emailing people telling them that their visa interview date is on such and such day, but they're not giving them all that other information. They're just saying that your visa interview date is such and such, and there's a glitch with the website. So you're not able to go and look at the actual 2NL. Is that happening to anybody? Yeah, what did they say? What did the email say? Lucy, do people on Asylum apply for DV lottery? Are they eligible? I don't know if there's any restrictions. They might have more questions to answer during the interview process regarding their asylum, but I don't think there's a reason why they should not. I don't think they are banned from applying for DV. Do you have an idea how much is medical? How much is it? I think it depends for your in your country and whether you have received some previous vaccinations and how many people there are that are going for the medical in Nairobi. Yeah, people from Nairobi, give us feedback. What's going on in Nairobi Embassy? Are they issuing 2NLs yet? Has anybody received a second notification letter or? Okay. Johanna, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for joining the live. And other African countries, how are the embassies doing? Have they started sending second notification letters? What's going on with our embassies? I'm really hoping that this year will be better than last year. I was looking at, I think there's a page that you can look at and see how the embassies were doing last year. And I think from January to about, was it August or July, Nairobi Embassy did not issue any 2NLs. That's January, February, March, April, May, June. It's 5 months of people just waiting. That was stressful for a lot of people. Paris is saying, I think it's still early. Yeah, because they just started. They just started the processing. So by this time next month, we should have data. We should have data about different embassies and what's going on with them. But since they just started, like, we are only 5 days into the DV 2026. So you have to understand that it's too soon to even, start complaining that the embassies are late. We can't really judge them right now because it's still the beginning of 2026 DV processing. My friend from 2025 had an interview scheduled for 10/16. So what happened? Are they still going, or is that the end of that? Or were they in administrative processing and they were told that they can still go in October? Because from my understanding, if you don't get a visa for that particular DV year, then you have to forfeit that. They're not going to give you a visa unless your case is already in process and they're just waiting for some verification of something, and then they'll send you the visa. So are they still going, Paris? Are they still going? Second interview. Okay, so they already went for the first and something happened? Well, what happened? What happened? Please, guys, share the live and tap on the screen for the TikTok, for people on TikTok. There was somebody that was saying, is there a chance that somebody who applied and won the DV lottery can be denied a visa? Yes, there is a chance, because when you go for the visa interview, they are checking to verify whether you are who you say you are. Are you the one that completed the DS-260? Are you eligible to participate in the diversity visa program? Does your DS-260 match with what they're asking you, the answers? Do they match? Are they detecting some kind of inconsistency, or are they thinking that you're lying about something? Do you have proof if you're married? Do you have proof if you're legally separated? All these documents, are you able to present? If you're qualifying through work, are you really qualified through work? So they go through all those things. And then your medical also could be a factor that can make you be disqualified and not get a visa. So the fact that you have gone even up to that stage of getting the medical and going to the interview does not guarantee that you're going to get a visa. Once you get that visa in your hand like this, that is the only guarantee. That's the only guarantees. And so for everybody who is waiting to go for their visa interview for the 2026 DV, I really wish you all the best. It's not over until it's over. Don't relax too much, but then don't panic too much. Don't be too anxious. Just trust the process, have your documentation ready, complete the DS-260 properly, and just wait to get your second notification letter. When you go to the interview, know your DS-260. Know what's on there, know the questions, know the answers. I was telling somebody the other day, because they were like, oh, the US address is different from our address in Africa. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write it down on a piece of paper. And when they ask you, what is the address of the person that you're going to see, they're not going to penalize you for looking to make sure that you're saying the right thing. It's better to just look at it and read it than to start just speculating, or because you forgot, you don't know how the address goes, because we have a zip code. What we do is we have a street name, and then we have a street number, like 1, and then we have a street name, so Colonial Street, and then we have the city name, so Dover is the city name, and then we have the state, Delaware, so Delaware is the state name, and then you have the zip code. So the zip code could be 19909. So if you don't have the address in that format, then they start acting highly suspicious. They're like, this person doesn't even know what they are saying. So if you're not going to remember that, write it down on a piece of paper. What's the address that you're going to go to? I'm going to Delaware. Okay, what's the address? It's 1 Colonial Street, Dover, Delaware, 19909. And you can say that, you can read from the paper. And the phone number, our phone number is also a little bit different. If you don't know it offhand, write it down on a piece of paper. Write the particulars of the host or where you're going to go. I don't think they're going to penalize you, and as long as it matches with what's on your DS-260. So be confident, be presentable, relax. I know it's nervous, it's nerve-wracking. I remember my interview at the embassy. I failed the first time, and it wasn't okay. I wasn't okay. It's not okay when you fail. You don't pass your first interview. So guys, tap on the screen Maggie, thank you for the follow. Patricia, thank you for joining. Any news on DV 2027? D-Boy. Right now, no news. No news on DV 2027. Haron Osman, please, will the passport policy be implemented? Right now, we are not sure. We don't know yet. We're all waiting. And you say you're watching from Ghana. Thank you guys for watching. Clinton Otieno, hi. Thank you for watching. JC007, thank you for your gifts. Thank you for tapping and for sharing the live. I thank you guys. Okay, so Paris, the second interview because they did not interview the child. Okay, how old is the child? So did they not go with the child to the interview? Oh, that's another question from TikTok. Somebody asked me yesterday. If is it a must that we all go together with my family for the interview? It is highly recommended. It's highly recommended. As you can see from this chat, somebody saying they had to go for a second interview because they did not bring the child. So if, let's say it's me, I'm applying, I'm married, and I have 2 children. If my intention is to bring the children with me to the US, I need to include my husband, and I have to be legally married. I need to include my husband and my 2 kids. The kids have to be unmarried and under 21 in order for them to qualify to be derivatives under my, my name. When I go to the interview, I need to bring them with me. I need to go with them to the medical, and I need to go with them to the interview. They may not have to answer any questions directly, but they need to be there. It's highly, highly recommended that you take your family with you, unless there are circumstances that do not allow that. And then you have to arrange that with the embassy to see what kind of arrangements can you do. Okay. Kabal Mufasa. Is AF26K a good number? AF26K a good number? It's not a bad number, but in relation to what? And what is your country? Like where's your embassy? Where's your embassy? Because you can have a 26K, right? You can have a 26K case number, but your embassy is dragging their feet. They're not calling people for interviews. And so you can have another person who is a 30K, right? But their embassy is moving fast. And so you might not get a visa and the other person with 30K can get. So it depends on your interview, the embassy. Joshua Munyao, hello. What can be making DV 2027 delay? My speculation is because maybe they want to implement the $1 rule and they want to wait until the 16th of October to implement that, because that's what they had said on their website, that they were going to implement the $1 rule on the 16th of October, 30 days from the day it was published, which was on the 16th of September. That could be it, or that could be because of the passport rule. Maybe they want to, introduce that, and they have to fix the verbiage on the current DV paperwork that they have on there. The literature that they have for us right now is saying that the DV entry is free. So in order for them to implement the passport rule and the $1 rule, they have to change a lot of the wording in there. So maybe that's why the delay is happening. Coffee Realms, I just applied for a passport. Can I apply for the diversity visa lottery? You could as soon as it opens, but right now it's not open. The portal is not open, so none of us can apply. Nobody is able to apply right there, right now. Oh, okay. Clinton Otieno. I'm from Kenya. I'm watching you and I need help from you. What kind of help do you need? 2020. Kabal, you're saying you're in Ghana. 2020. Okay. So if you're in Ghana and you're AF 26K, it depends on your embassy, Accra. How is it doing? And how is it going to perform for the 2026? DV25 ended at 43K. Oh, okay. For Ghana? Then good. Then keep your hopes alive. Have you completed your DS260 and submitted it? And so now you're just waiting for the second notification letter? There's a person earlier on the chat that had said that they received a letter, an email from KCC, and we were waiting to hear whether they can tell us what the email said. I know he said he was going to screenshot, but I don't think I'm able to see that right now while I'm on live. Okay. God willing, you're saying on TikTok, I'm case number 13K from Nairobi Embassy. How can I know that my DS260 is processed? You can check, you can email KCC and find out. But like I said, this is just the beginning of DV 2026. If you're just a little bit patient and just wait, you might be getting your second notification letter soon, because they have visas available for case numbers up to 17,500 for Africa. So if you're in Africa and your case number is below 17,500, you should be expecting your 2NL soon, depending on how your embassy is performing and whether they have, enough people or enough staff or what's going on there that allows them to process their visas quickly and schedule interviews. So it's still early in the game for 2026 DV. So let's all be patient and look out in your emails. Look out from emails from Kentucky Consular Center or from your embassy telling you to go and check for your visa notification, the interview notification. What's the update start date? I don't have the update on the start date yet. The Dream Chaser, DV 2027. Okay. Is a passport one of the requirements, madam? No, there is a probability of it being a requirement, but it has not been confirmed yet. So keep your ear on the ground. And if you have a passport, that's great. If you don't have, I would start looking to apply for that. William Kongo, what if you got the marriage certificate after winning? Will it affect? But had you written that you're married? So here's the thing. So I can answer it two ways because I don't know how you applied for the entry. If on the entry you said that you were married, but your marriage certificate now is showing that you are married after the entry, so that means you did not give accurate information. If you said you were not married, and maybe you were not married at that time, but then you win and you get married after, so you can ask Kentucky Consular Center, you can email them and ask them to open your DS260 so that you can add your wife. But if you are come we stay, but then you wrote on the entry that you are married, they will check the marriage certificate and they will see that it is new. It's new after. Yeah. So be truthful in these applications, because you'll forget that you lied about something and then they will catch you and then they will not allow you to get a visa. Okay. Thank you guys for following me. Follow me on TikTok and on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, Lucy Mwangi USA. Thank you for all the support since I started in 2023. I appreciate you guys. Okay. Is Mauritania eligible to apply? Right now, I don't have a list of the eligible countries for 2027. So if we go by history, for the past years that I've done these DV videos, it happens like this. So they say that the DV 2027 entry period is from this date to this date. It's usually like 5 weeks, a 5-week window from October to November. And then they update the portal, they update the website, and they say on travel.state.gov, here are the instructions for DV 2027 application. In that instructions package, they usually say, here are the eligible countries for 2027. So they will give us a list of all those countries that are eligible. Sometimes it stays the same for a period of a few years, and sometimes we have some few surprises. What I know for now, up to last year, Nigeria is one of the African countries that is not eligible to participate in the DV. Reason is because they have had so many Nigerians in the US already. So they're not accepting any more people from Nigeria. But so right now, because the entry period is not known, it hasn't been announced yet, we are not able to see which countries are eligible. Mudhoni Wanganga. William, hautaki kuniandika. William umepatikana. William umepatikana. William Kongo, yes, you had written that you're married. Okay, so if you had written that you're married, and had you lost the birth certificate or not the birth certificate, the marriage certificate, was it misplaced or you didn't have one at all? Be careful with that. I would be very careful with that because then it looks like you are. But in the DS-260, please make sure that you have a a marriage certificate before you complete that, because it specifically says make sure that you're legally married at the time of completing the entry. So be careful with that, how you put whether you're married, single, divorced, or legally separated. Ocean Baby, what does it mean if KCC can't unlock your DS-260 anymore? It means that they don't have your case anymore. The case is now with the embassy, and any issues that you have, you need to take it up with your embassy. It means that they have processed your DS-260 and they have now released it to your embassy. So the embassy is now waiting to send you the second notification letter. Is Uganda eligible to apply to? As of 2026, yes, it was. It was eligible. DFA, DAF. I am successful 2026, but my case number is 55K. When can I get an interview to Kenya? So right now, I cannot truthfully answer you that question because of two reasons. The first is because the DV 2026 processing has just recently begun, just 5 days ago. And so we don't know how fast it's going to go. Right now, the cutoff for Africa is 17,500. So anybody below that can qualify for a visa. I mean, they can go and do their visa interview. So there is a visa available for those case numbers. I can't really say whether 55K or is a high or low case number because number one, I don't even know how many people were selected for 2026. So we can do like a comparison. So that's not posted yet. to see, like for last year, I think it was 130,000 people had been selected, including their main applicants and their family members, like their wife and their spouses and the children. So this year, like I can't really say, and also it depends on your visa, the embassy performance for your country. Okay, but let's just wait. Let's just wait and see. Is it the embassy that sends the 2NL or the KCC? It's the embassy. It's the embassy that sends the 2NL. Thank you for joining the live, guys. Please tap on the screen so we don't get dropped by TikTok. On YouTube, thank you for staying here with me. I have a question from Coffee Realms. You mentioned that the photo should not be more than 6 months old. Can I take it now since I didn't take one with the requirements prior? Can I apply before the hard copy of my passport is ready? Wait, what? Can I take it now since I didn't take one with the requirements prior? You can, yeah, you can take a new photo now. You can take a new photo now and then wait for the entry. And as you wait for the passport, you guys apply for a passport. Apply for a passport. Me, I'm thinking they're going to make us need a passport. So if you don't have a passport, apply for a passport. Kwani, what is it gonna hurt? Somebody texted me on TikTok, says, I'm not waiting for them to confirm. I already applied. So he put in his application for a passport yesterday and he's in Kenya. So I don't know how long it's gonna take, but he's like, I'm not waiting for them to say that I need a passport and I don't have one. So he went ahead and put in his application for a passport. William Kongo. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. William, go on travel.state.gov. Let me show you where to go so that you can see what I'm talking about. When I say follow the instructions carefully so that you don't tie yourself up. Usijifunge. So once you know what to do, you see these instructions right here, the instructions for 2026. These were instructions for 2026 DV program, but hopefully nothing much will change. The only thing that I think will change is this verbiage here that says there's no cost to register for DV. If we are required to pay, then they will change this and say that there's a $1 registration fee that is mandatory or whatever however they're going to put that. But if you go here, for people who are asking whether Mauritius or Mauritania is eligible, so these are the countries that were not eligible for 2026. I don't see Mauritania there. The only country from Africa I see is Nigeria. So that's how you check for that. That's how you check. So make sure you check before you apply, because there's no need of applying. A lot of people email me from Bangladesh and I tell them Bangladesh has not been eligible for the last, I think, 4 years or something. So I get, that's the biggest comments I get are from Bangladesh wanting to apply, but it's not eligible. It hasn't been. I don't know about 2027. This is for 2026, and I'm just showing William Kongo as an example where to find the instructions of how to apply for the DV and what are the requirements. These are the eligibility requirements as far as the country of eligibility, okay? And then this is where you apply, dvprogram.state.gov. So that website takes you right here to this electronic diversity visa program entrant status check. That's the landing page. That's where you'll go. Once it opens, it will allow you to submit your application. Okay. So that's where you go with that. And then I wanted to show you where I was getting my advice from as far as marriage. So when you scroll down all the way, it asks you for your name, your gender, your birth date, your city where you were born, the country where you're born, your country of eligibility, and the photograph. So this is where you submit your photo, okay? It asks you for mailing address, the country where you live today. Your phone number is optional. Your email address is not optional. Your email address is required. So make sure you choose an email that you will have access to. And, you'll be able to access the emails from KCC and from your embassy. It says the Department of State will never send you an email telling you that you have been selected for the DV program. You have to go to that website that you applied to see whether you have been selected. And in May, if we go by history, in May of next year, they will announce the winners. They will say that the winners for the Diversity Visa 2027 program have been announced, and you can go to this website and check to see if you have been selected, okay? And then on section 12, there's a section for your level of education. You'll put that there. William, this is where I was looking at. The current marital status. Are you unmarried, meaning you're single? Are you married and your spouse is not a US citizen or US lawful permanent resident? Are you married and your spouse is a US citizen or lawful permanent resident? Are you divorced? Are you widowed? And are you legally separated? So in your case, it says to enter the name, date of birth, gender, city, town of birth, and country of birth of your spouse, and a photograph of your spouse meeting the same technical specifications as your photo. That is for your spouse. So this is the disclaimer. Failure to list your eligible spouse. Eligible, meaning that you have a marriage license, you are legally married, or listing someone who is not your spouse may make you ineligible as the DV's principal applicant and your spouse and children ineligible as DV derivative applicants. So you must list your spouse even if you currently are separated from them unless you are legally separated. So you have to be legally married when you are putting in the application. So if you're not legally married, then you're single. You're single until you get that certificate. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. So make sure you read these instructions before submitting your entry. That way you know whether you're doing the right thing or unapiga kona zako tu. All right. Yeah, somebody already asked that. Ken Rambo Musa, my question, will I need a marriage certificate when filling the DS-260? You will not need it when filling the DS-260. You will just need it when you go for an interview, just to verify the information that you put on the DS-260. But make sure that you include your spouse in the entry if you're legally married. So people who are putting in their case numbers here for 2026, it's very difficult for somebody to gauge right now whether you are going to get a 2NL or you're not going to get a 2NL because the 2026 visa processing just started. So let's just be patient and watch out, look at our emails every day now. We have to keep looking at our emails so that we can check to see if there's any communication. Thank you, Kofi. Thank you so much watching from Ghana. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. William, case number 4222. You have not replied. DS-260, I'm trying, but it's disturbing. Or you have not completed? The DS-260, you need to do that. William, you need to do that so that they can process it and have your visa ready so you can get your your 2NL. Thank you guys, thank you. What is the total cost for one after winning DV lottery in Kenya shillings? In Kenya shillings, now you'll have to convert. I'll do in dollars. Then you have to convert because I don't know what the current exchange rate is. I think it's is it 128, but it keeps changing. So it's not like constant. So the biggest fees that I know that you should be prepared for. Joshua, are you single or do you have dependents? So let's just say for a single person. So initially when you're starting, the entry used to be free. So if we go by 2026 DV, the entry was free at that time. So there was no fee to enter. And then, so the only charges that you would incur, maybe if you went and got your photo taken professionally, then that would be the amount that you would pay. If you need to get your certificate, certified school certificate, I don't think, is police report, do you have to pay for that? It's not that much. The biggest chunks of your money you will spend on the diversity visa fee is $330 per person. And then you'll pay a certain amount for medical. So Joshua, you're single. Okay, good. So it's just you. So put some money aside for the visa application fee, $330. Give or take the $1 fee may or may not. Police report, I'm not sure if you guys get charged for that or is it free? I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit of a fee you have to pay for that. And then any kinds of certifications that you need to be verified, that shouldn't be a lot of money. The flight and the money to spend for the time that you're here before you get a job. So that's the rough estimate. That is the rough estimate of how much you will need. Okay. Manka, can I apply DV 2027 when I'm a selectee of 2026 with case number of 37K in case of not selected or not, in case my case is not called? Yes, I would totally apply for 2027 DV when it opens, because you never know what's going to happen between now and the end of the diversity visa for 2026. So for 2026 DV, it will close on September 30th, 2026. That will be the end of that. So because you don't know what's going to happen in between, when the 2027 DV lottery program opens, when the portal is open, please apply even if you were selected in 2026. Please apply. Until you get that visa in your hand, continue applying. Continue applying. Afadhali you get selected again while you're waiting for 2026 visa to be processed. Congratulations on being selected, by the way. I hope that your case number will be reached. Are you in Kenya or where? Are you in Africa? Where are you? Giddy, case number 13K, likely to receive 2NL when? Likely to receive 2NL when? For which region? For Africa? So if you're in Africa, you should be waiting to receive your 2NL soon, because the processing for 2026 DV just started. Somebody keeps saying that I did not answer their questions about the qualifications for DV lottery. I just went over that. I spent like a whole 10 minutes going over the qualifications and eligibility. So if you're not satisfied with that answer, Clinton, please go to travel.state.gov and read the instructions. Read the instructions. It has all the eligibilities for requirements for 2026 DV. You can read that so you can have a rough idea of what the expectation is. Okay. On TikTok, thank you guys for joining. If you're just joining, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. How are you guys doing? How are you today? Thank you for joining the live. Need Lavi. I am from Nepal. Can you say that when will our DV second letter of 2060? 2060 or 2026? So I don't have specific information for specific embassies because I don't know how these embassies are going to perform. It's too early to tell the specifics. It's very, very early to tell the specifics of what's going to happen in 2026. Coffee, what is your general honest advice for us trying to move to the US? Is it good or not? All right, so good or bad is relative. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. What is it that you want to achieve? And never forget that when you come to the US, you're going to find some challenges and you're going to find opportunities. Take advantage of the opportunities and find ways to overcome your challenges. You will find some kind of resistance, but you will prevail. You will prevail because you remember the purpose, why you're here. Why do you want to come to the United States? Are you coming to study? Do you want to improve yourself in education? Do you want to come look for a job? What is it? What is it that you want to do? What do you want to get from the United States? Because if you're looking for the overall American dream, that's an illusion. That is an illusion. You have to create your own dream and chase it. So for me, I would say that I'm glad that I came. I'm glad I came to the US. There are some days I want to pack my stuff and go back home. But then when I look at all the opportunities that are available to me, I don't think I would have the same opportunity if I was in Kenya. Even for me, having a YouTube channel like this or a TikTok platform, being able to go to work, being able to afford to pay my bills, being a single mom, and being able to navigate all these challenges and life, different kinds of life and culture and all that. It's still good. It's still good. I don't regret coming to the US. I do not. I won DV lottery Cairo 2026 and my case number is 14K. When will I get 2NL? I really don't know when you'll get your 2NL. For Asia region, I think the cutoff was, let me look at Asia. Remember how I was saying that the diversity visa program is divided into six regions? So the biggest one is Africa, and that's where we dwell on for the most part, because I'm biased because I'm from Kenya. And then Asia. So let me look at Asia to see. So for Africa, the cutoff right now for the latest visa bulletin was 17,500. So any case number below that, there's a visa available for you and they're just waiting to send your 2NL. So now the ball is on the court of your embassy. Okay. So let's see if we can find Asia. Where is the visa bulletin? And visa bulletin is available for public consumption. So anybody can access the visa bulletin. So if you can see Africa right here, the cutoff is 17,500, except if you come from these two countries. For Algeria, the cutoff is 14,500, and for Egypt, it's 16,000. If you're in Asia, the cutoff is 10,000, except Nepal, which is 6,000. So Asia is 10,000. That's a high That's high for Asia. And then, except Nepal, which is 6,000. So I think that answers your question. Let me go back to see what your question was. Asia region. So 10,000. What was your case number? Did you tell me what your case number was? Case number is 14K when you look at your 2NL. So now it depends on your embassy. How good is how well is your embassy performing? Sorry about that. Okay. Luyima Jaba. Lucy, I'm from Java. I'm Java from Uganda, locking in. You like? Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. And you're asking if I'm able to help someone to get a host when selected in order to complete DS260. So there are several people that offer hosting services, and also they offer addresses. There are people who do that. I know of 3 people that I can share here. I don't mind because they already announced that they do that. So there's Nafula Shalin. She has a YouTube channel and she does hosting services. She's in New York. There is Finn's Immigration Services. She offers hosting services. She's Shiko Hope TV on YouTube. You can check those out. There's a guy called Britt Simon. I don't know if you guys follow him on YouTube. I think he has that service of providing contact information. So please check out those services to see whether they're able to help you. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Okay, Islamabad, Pakistan. So your cutoff is 10,000. So and you're 14K. So hopefully your case will be current when they release the next visa bulletin. I hope so. And I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. Okay, let's see on TikTok. On TikTok, what if I have the marriage certificate but I'm separated? Nancy. And when will the DV lottery application be opened? Okay, so Nancy, if you have a marriage certificate and you're separated, so are you legally separated? Do you have the what is that thing called? The legal separation letter. Do you have that? Because then you'll need to show that. Okay. If you're not legally separated, in the eyes of the US, you're still married and you're supposed to complete the entry as if you're married. Okay. If you're legally separated, then there's an option for you to say that you're legally separated. At the time of the entry, remember, it's at the time of the entry. It's not at the time of completing the DS260. It's at the time that you're registering initially to enter the diversity visa. At that time, if it's today, on that date, on today, are you married? Are you single? Are you legally separated? Are you divorced? Are you widowed? What are you? You know which one you are. So choose accordingly and stick by that. Ocean Baby, especially Nairobi Embassy, they better be active this year. I know. Last year, what? Last year, walionyesha watu mambo. Okay, we answered about that. We answered. David Ken, thank you for joining. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you. Please tap on the screen. Let's reach 70K, 7K likes. 70K is not bad, but 7K likes. Let's on TikTok. Please share the live. What if I have the marriage certificate but separated? Do I fill my husband details in the form? Yeah, the thing is, are you legally separated? We just went over that. So, okay. Sam is saying, did the DV start? Not yet. Mef is saying, is the 2027 DV lottery in? Not yet, not yet. We don't know yet. They're taking too long. People are anxious. People are anxious. Thank you for giving me hope. Oh, all the best, all the best. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope your case becomes current, and I hope you can be called for a visa interview. Okay. Umu is asking, if I send through email my DV photo to the person who is applying for me, will the quality go low? I don't think so. I think it will be okay. I think it will be okay. Okay. Sam is talking about 2026 DV. What are you talking about 2026 DV, Sam? Oh, okay. Did the DV 2026, the processing, yes, the processing of the visas has begun. And right now, they are working on, in Africa, they are working on case numbers up to 17,500. So people are just waiting to get their second notification letter so that they can go for the interviews. Oh, thank you guys. We reached 7.5 K likes on TikTok. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing the live. And do you guys have any other questions? We've already been here for 1 hour, 46 minutes. I want to wish everybody who is waiting for their second notification letter all the best. If you are a 2026 DV lottery applicant and you got selected and you have not completed your DS 260, please do that so that they can start processing, because sometimes they find you can have delays. You don't want to be late. It's better to just hurry up and get it done so that they can have it ready and so they can call you for an interview. So depending on your case number, please be checking the visa bulletin. On this live, I've shown you guys how to check different things. I've shown you how to go to the instructions page and see the eligibility and all the requirements for the diversity visa program. I have shown you how to check the visa bulletin to see what case number is current. So if your case number is below 17,500, you know that you should be expecting, if you're in Africa, you should be expecting your 2NLs soon. If you're in Asia and you're below 10,000, you should be expecting your 2NL soon. I have shown you where to check the Federal Register, which says that we are supposed to be paying a $1 fee starting October 16th. So familiarize yourself with especially travel.state.gov page. Read it, go through it, look at different kinds of visas, because don't just put all your eggs in one basket. You might find that there's a better visa that is good for you while you wait for the diversity visa. And you can qualify for that particular visa. And then when you get to the US, you find out that you already won. And then you just change your status for the DV. So just familiarize yourself with those websites and read the instructions. Sergeant Wawero, how are you? Karibu. Karibu. Osiemo, how are you, Osiemo? I'm told my case number is current for interview processing after making an inquiry to KCC, meaning, what is your case number? What is your case number, Osiemo? Tina Turner, how to contact on different ideas about the immigration please. How to contact me or how to contact who? My email is lucymwangiusa@gmail.com. lucymwangiusa@gmail.com. I am not an immigration lawyer. I am not an immigration officer. I don't work for the immigration services. I don't work for ICE or any of those government. I just get the information from their websites. And I interview people who have gone through these immigration processes, and I also go with my own experience. So I put all that together, and that's what we talk about here. So I appreciate your input. I do appreciate your input. Okay. Osiemo, what did you say your case number? JC saying, will you be live tomorrow? No, I have to work all day tomorrow. That's why I did a live yesterday and today. I might come on live on Tuesday, but I have to work all day tomorrow. I made an inquiry to KCC and was told that my case number is now current for interview processing. Yeah, that's what it means. That's what it means. It means that now they're waiting for your embassy to call you for an interview. That's what it means on TikTok. On YouTube, somebody is saying that they contacted the Kentucky Consular Center and they were told that their case is current for interviewing. When I said 17,500, the case being current, it means that there is a visa available for you. So that's what it means. So the ball is on the court of your embassy. Nancy Nyar says, this year they say if you fill the names of children, they must have passports. What if they don't have? They have not confirmed the passport rule yet, but I would just get them. I would just get the passports because I have a feeling that they're going to turn around and say we need the passports this year. I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen. And so a lot of people are not going to qualify on that ground, on the grounds that they don't have a passport. Okay. Dave Man, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Seth, I'm worried. I fear the DV could be cancelled this year. I don't think it will be cancelled. I think it will be okay. Thank you for the gifts. Osiemo. Case number is 661. That's it. Are you in where? Are you in which embassy? Kenya, Accra, which embassy? So you should be expecting your 2NL soon then, in that case. How do you normally do check? I was worried. Okay. What if I have a high case number? Dusty. What if you have a high case number? If you like, what is high? High is relative, like high compared to what? If you have a high case number compared to what? I don't know what your case number is. If you have a high case number and your high case number and you applied in 2026, then when they open in 2027, for 2027, just apply. Apply every year until you get your visa. Okay. Amazing. Thank you for following. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you guys for joining. We've been here for a while. If you're just joining, we are talking about the diversity visa program and whether or not there is a chance that it will be affected by the government shutdown. We are also talking about the $1 fee registration. We are also talking about the DV 2027 entry period, which hasn't been open yet, and the passport rule, and also answering your questions about 2026 interviews. People asking about agents. I know people that have used agents to apply for the visa, for visitor visa, and they have made it to the US. They visited and they went back home. But I also know people that have been conned lots of money trying to come to the US in different ways. So I would do my due diligence, William. You're asking about agents. I would do my due diligence before paying somebody to help me with any immigration process. Feels good to know that people like you are there now, the DV lottery, considering the stress of just trying to apply. Congratulations. Yes, for all those people who have been selected for the DV, congratulations. In all honesty, if you win the DV, I know the process might be a little bit challenging and it could be expensive down the line, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So make sure that you just follow through. Follow through. When you get that opportunity, just follow through until you get your visa. A lot of people applied for 2025 DV, they won, and they did not get a chance to come to the US because they ran out of time and their case number was not reached. They were not able to go for a visa interview. So when you're presented with that opportunity, make sure you have all your paperwork together. Don't lose and don't miss that. Let it not be your fault that you missed the opportunity. Let it be because maybe your case number was high and you were never called for the interview. But don't let it be because you did not follow through on your part. Okay. Sam, you're saying that means I have to try again because my case number is 87K and I'm from Africa. I would still, yeah, I would apply again. I would apply again. MC Giddy, does overstays in other countries affect DV? So when you go for visa interview, that's part of the background check that they do. They will see that you have overstays or you have any kind of issues with your previous visitations to the US or to other countries, especially to the US. And visa overstays is one of those. Tina Tan, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being here, guys. Aya, tufikisha 10K taps on TikTok. Can you help me reach 10K likes on TikTok, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Share the live, share the live. I appreciate you. Any other questions on YouTube? I'm looking through. I think I've answered all your questions on YouTube. I appreciate you being here. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions that were on TikTok on my comments. I usually try to answer them as much as I can. And if there's one question that a lot of people are asking, I try to come on and do a video. So especially like today when I woke up, there was many questions about the government shutdown and are we going to be affected by it? Is the DV going to be affected? So, okay. Yes, don't give up, Sam. Continue doing your part for the 2026, but also when the 2027 DV opens, apply for that one as well. Sally T, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Did the interview for DV26 start? Yeah, the interviews, the processing for the visa interviews for 2026 has started. So 2026 DV program has officially begun. It has officially begun. The processing has officially begun. It will end on September 30th of 2026. How about the country that are banned? The countries that are banned. So here's the thing: the countries that are banned, they can still apply. The issue is not even the applying, because your country could be eligible to apply, but when you go to get the actual visa, that is where the problem is going to come, because they are not. They may not give you a visa because they will say you're not allowed to come to the US unless the travel ban is lifted. Unless the travel ban is lifted before the end of that DV program for that particular year. So for 2027, let's say, for example, if you come from Somalia or another banned country, you apply for the DV. So Somalia was not part of the countries that are not eligible, right? So you say, okay, I'm from Somalia, I'm going to apply for the DV, hoping that by 2027, September 30th, the ban will be lifted. If the ban is not lifted, you might face some challenges when you go for the interview. You might not be allowed to get a visa. Royal Clark's shoes. Hello, madam. I'm Ugandan. My case number is 25K. So when should I expect my interviews? So 25,000. So hopefully with the next visa bulletin, not the November one, maybe the December one, we will see an increase in the cap for the case numbers that are ready for visa interviews. But for right now, we are looking at 17,500 for Africa. So we'll just keep waiting. I mean, when will I get an interview date? I have no idea. I don't have a specific time or date when you will. Just keep following the visa bulletin and see whether your case number is getting current. Right now, 22,000 is not current. Right now, the current numbers are 17,500 and below. CS nilipata sugar mami, tunaweza apply zote ama ni aje? Hey, congratulations. Wa ulimuoa ama ni come we stay? What's going on? What's the arrangement? If you're legally married, then she can apply and add you as a derivative, and you can apply alafu umuongeze. Sawa. Okay, but make sure you have a marriage certificate. Usijifunge. Okay. TikTok mnanichekesha. She's older than me but very rich. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Make sure you get that marriage certificate before you do the entry, because you have to be legally married. You have to be legally married. Laika. You mean they've already scheduled interviews for 17K people in Nairobi? It's people in Africa. That's the region, 17K. If you're in Africa, 17,500. So if your case number is 17,499 and below, ujue, there's a visa available for you. So it depends now on your embassy to call you for a visa interview. So Nairobi, sijui kama wameshaanza kuita watu. I don't know if anybody has received a 2NL from Nairobi, and when is the visa scheduled, the interview scheduled. Okay. Hi, True Kenyan. How are you? Thank you. Thank you for joining in. How have you been? Does the country you once visited affect your eligibility? I have a friend who traveled to Iraq and wants to apply. If they traveled and they are not from there, if it's just a travel, they can apply. If they're, if they're not from a country that is not eligible, that's not where they were born, they just visited, you can apply. You can apply. Okay. Oh, TikTok. Like unasema uko 40K. Okay, 40K. Make sure you apply for 2027 when they open the portal. TikTok, can you help me reach 10K 10K likes? Tap the screen. Ama ni aje? Mnafanya nini? Nancy Nyar, can I get a man uko wale wanauzia watu makara in the name of marriage but you later pay the hiyo ngori siwezi ongea hapa TikTok. Siwezi ongea hapa TikTok. Hiyo ngori, hiyo ni ngori bin ngori. Okay. If you're not married and you have kids, can you play with your, can you? Oh, you just mentioned you have. Can you apply? Oh, okay. Can you apply with your kids or you just mentioned you have? If you're married and you have children, you're legally married and you have legal children, make sure you add them on the initial application. Yeah, add them on the initial application. If you have 2 children, add them. They will need their information, date of birth, place of birth, hizo vitu zote. Make sure you add them. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, as long as they are below 21 and they are not married, because you can be 20 and married. If you're 20 and married, you're no longer eligible to apply under somebody else. Yeah. Ebenye, then if you're not married but you have 2 kids, can you apply with them? Yes. Even if you're not, if you can, okay, here are the categories. You are single, okay? You are single and you have kids. That's another category. You're married. You're married and you have children. You're married and you don't have children. So even if you're not coming to the US with the father or the mother of the kids, include the children in your DS-260 and in your application form. It is better to include them than not. Afadhali, you include them and don't bring them to the US. It's better because when you go to the interview, they're going to ask you if you have children. You're going to say yes. And then you did not list them in the entry. So that means you have lied. So make sure you're honest. Honesty is very important. Be honest in your applications. Kwa sababu when you lie, we forget what we lied about. But when we tell the truth, it remains the same. The truth is the truth is the truth. It stays the same. So be honest. Be honest. If you suffer the consequences of being honest, it's better than to suffer the consequences of not being honest. The truth will set you free, as they say. Sindio? Okay. All right. Nancy, sawa. Nimekupata. LucyMwangiUSA@gmail.com, ama you can text me on TikTok. Anjeri, case number 17K. Anjeri Sasa, how are you? Congratulations on being selected and getting a low case number. So you're waiting for your second notification letter, Sindio? Which embassy? Kenya? Okay. Ebenye, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for following me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel or wale watu wako kwa TikTok. take a minute later to go check me out on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Share my channel with other people who might need this information. There's lots of information about the diversity visa program. In addition to you going to travel.state.gov and learning on your own about the diversity visa program, go to my channel. I have playlists up as a DV lottery. Even if you don't want to watch all 200 and something videos that I have there, go to the playlist for DV program and watch. I have videos on how to apply, eligibility requirements, short videos about the photo requirements, and different updates on there. So including the $1 registration fee and the passport rule and life in the US as an immigrant. So check me out on YouTube and thank you. Okay. So right now I don't do any hosting. And Jerry, congratulations. JC amesema. Bongole is just joining. And Waingo is just joining. When is the beginning of the application? We are also waiting for that. We are waiting for the announcement. We are eagerly waiting. If we go by history, last year by now, we knew what was going on. I think the entry was already open by now. I think it opened on the 4th. Yeah, but this year, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. CS unauliza ni date gani nzuri ya kufanya application. So because it's a lottery, sindio, there's no like a specific good date to apply. We'll do it sooner than later. On the first days and the last days, inakuwaga very crowded. It's very crowded because everybody's trying to put in their entry. I'm assuming for 2027, DV is going to be worse because people have been waiting for so long. And so the system will be overwhelmed. Plus, if they add the $1 rule, I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know. So I don't know whether the system will be accepting that modes of payment or the system is going to crash or whatever. So, but the sooner the better. The first week, mapema ndio best. Don't be late. Don't be a procrastinator. So, but I wouldn't say that there's a specific date that is good because it's a random selection. Sindio. Thank you for 10K likes. I appreciate you. Thank you. Stopper. Niaje? Case number 118 from Kenya. Case number 118. 118 peke yake ama 118K? Because 118 is good. Because if you look at the visa bulletin right now, the cutoff for Africa is 17,500. CS unauliza hiyo dola inalipwa wapi? Inalipwa aje? So for right now, we don't have, they're saying, nilikuwa nimeonyesha before, I had shared the screen and showed how people pay USCIS fees, like different immigration fees. They pay on a portal and it's online using a Visa, credit card, or a debit card, or a prepaid card. So I'm assuming that that's going to be the same case. But they haven't told us exactly how we are paying, where we are paying, or even if we are paying. They haven't verified that. Okay. Once they do, we'll let you guys know. Stopper. Your case number is 118 ama 118,000. If it's 118, have you completed your DS-260 and have you received your second notification letter? What country? Are you in Kenya or where are you? Hi guys, joining in. We've been here for 2 hours already. We've been here for 2 hours. Today is Sunday afternoon here in Delaware, Karibuni. My name is Lucy. For those who are meeting me for the first time, I appreciate you spending time with me. I appreciate. We're just talking about all things DV, lots of questions surrounding the government shutdown, whether it's going to affect the diversity visa program. People texting me overnight talking about, oh, DV mefungwa, DV is cancelled, DV is no longer there for this year. I did not see any verifiable information to support that. If anybody has seen a verifiable website that has said that the DV program has been cancelled, please bring it forth so that we can see it. Please let us know. But as of right now, I think it's business as usual. There could be some delays, but I think we are still good. Yeah, honesty is key. You gotta be honest when you're applying. Abraham and Suna, how are you? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hi, Peter Zimba. How you doing? How are you guys doing? Stop at 118 and having received 2 NL from you haven't or you have or you haven't received your 2 NL. I don't know if you're saying you have or you haven't received your 2 NL. So for 118, that's very low. That's a good case number. Congratulations on that one. So you since the 2026 processing just began, you should be getting your 2 NL soon, depending on what Nairobi Embassy is planning to do this year. If we do and when you do, please let us know. Please keep us posted so we can see what's going on. Once you receive 2 NL and you go for your interviews, please guys keep me posted. Keep me posted. Let me know the process. How is it going? I've been talking for a long time. My mouth is dry. That's why. Okay. I don't see any other questions right now on either YouTube or on TikTok. Thank you guys for being here. I don't see any further questions. So if you don't have any other questions, we can end the live. I will see if I can come back on Tuesday. I'll try to be more active this month because this is usually the diversity visa month. So I'll try to pop in here as much as possible so we can talk about what's going on. Happy Sunday, Dennis Migwe. How are you? Peter Zimba, when is the DV starting? We don't know yet. We're waiting for that. We're waiting for confirmation about the DV entry period. A lot of people are speculating that it's going to be on the 16th. Mnaona aje? Mnaona aje? Maybe itakuwa 16th. It makes sense for it to be on the 16th because that's when they said they were going to implement the $1 rule. But they have not confirmed about the passport. Okay. All right, guys. People are joining on TikTok at this time, but we've been here for a long while. I'll try. Like I said, Anjeri, thank you for wishing me a good Sunday. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. If you're just joining in, I'll try to join both TikTok and YouTube on Tuesday. And if there's any updates by that time, then I'll let you know. If anything pops up tomorrow, I'll keep checking tomorrow. I might not be able to go. I will not be able to go live tomorrow because I have to work. But on Tuesday, we can see what's going on. If there's any updates, I'll do a quick video in between. or I'll just come on live on Tuesday. All right, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you for the 10.5K likes on TikTok. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for following me and subscribing to my YouTube channel. I wish you guys a happy Sunday. Have a great and blessed week ahead. I love you guys for watching. Thank you. Thank you so much.